Okay, we're going to do some Panantukan conversions or Panantukan transformations. Panantukan is, Filipino empty hand fighting, and there's a heavy dose of Western boxing, but it's still directly related to the weapons, and the striking patterns are related to the double stick patterns, and that's what I wanted to show. Double sticks to punching. So the first one is simple. We just got our downward figure eight. I pivot, pivot back, pivot, pivot back, pivot, pivot back, pivot, 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 pivot. Real simple double stick drill. And the Panantukan conversion. It's like I had sticks in my hands, but now sometimes I'm going to be hitting with a hammer fist. Sometimes I'm going to lift my elbow so I can hit square with a punch. And this is one of those times where I could have been doing hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist, boom, boom, and that's perfectly valid, right? I hit something and hit, hit, and hit. But how we typically use it is comes across as an overhand, overhand, and then it cycles back. Overhand cycles back. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. And this is a very important motion for Panantukan, because it's something that Western boxers don't do. And it's that idea that I punch and it cycles right back again. I don't punch and withdraw it to punch with the other hand like a jab cross. It's more like a jab and hit and cross, right? Hit and again and hit. And that can be tricky. Boom. I can hit, maybe I'm blocked and I come around, hit him on the other side. Or maybe I fake low, I come around and knock his hand down out of the way and hit him again. But that idea of cycling back is what we get from that one. And it works in the other direction. I can do an upward figure eight. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that one translates or converts the same way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can imagine I'm doing an uppercut or I'm doing a shovel hook, and the guy draws back, gets out of the way, and I miss. Well, guess what? It's still coming. Boom! And that rising backhand can catch him right under the chin just when he thinks he got out of the way. It's still coming. Bam! Pop! Pop! And of course I can link them together. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Right? Punch, punch, and punch again. Punch, punch, and punch again. Punch, punch, and punch again. Punch, punch, punch again. And I can mix the upward and downward figure eight. Okay? The next one is what I call the chasing figure eight, or the chasing eights. It's a 4 count. It starts chambered. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, it's a 4 count. It always comes back to the same side. It's a chasing eight. My right hand leads and my left hand is chasing it. Right, right, left, left. And then I have to switch sides, do the same thing the other direction. Left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right. It's a chasing eight. Switch. Okay, the conversion here is, okay, I could practice it just like I was doing palm strikes, but when we turn it into punches, because this is Panantukan, Filipino boxing. So I'm striking, and I strike behind, and then I come bam, bam. Right? So I strike, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to switch this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one gives us another very unexpected angle that Western boxing doesn't use. And this is the one that comes from behind. So it's like I've hit, and then this one comes. Pow, 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 pow. And then this sequence, bang, bang, is almost like this one, where this was like a 1, 2. This is like a 2, 1. So it comes out of the first one as well. We took this part, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but I could have counted it this way. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, where I hit, maybe knock down a guard, and come right over the top. Pow, pow. And that comes out of this one. Boom, boom, pow, pow. Boom, boom, pow, pow. Boom, boom, pow, pow. So again, this one, this is what links you to all your hoobud drills too. Think about coming from behind. We have like what we typically call number one hoobud, where I block, block, check, and hit. Right? If you've done Panantukan, you've done this back and forth hoobud motion. Well, here to here, catch and hit, right? That's the same as boom to here, catch and hit, isn't it? It's the same thing. So now I can imagine, so I've done something similar to my hoobud, and then bam, here's that part, punch, punch, but I used it as block, block, and then this one coming around knocks his arm down, and this one hits him, right? Boom, boom, pow, pow. Boom, boom, pow, pow. Boom, boom, pow, pow. Or I could have been on the outside, like we do like this, right? Number 5 hoobud. And again, this takes me to that. So this is the equivalent of this. So I could have done boom, boom, bam, pow. Boom, boom, pow, pow. Boom, boom, pow, pow. And that comes right out of this sequence with the sticks. Behind, boom, boom. Behind, that could have been hit to the face, boom. Knock it aside, bam, bam. Knock it aside, bam, bam. So that these strikes can be strikes to the arms as checks, strikes to the head. Just think of just a barrage of spinning strikes rather than a bang, bang, and reset. It's a flurry of strikes. That's kind of Panantukan 101, okay? The third one, what I call the alternating 8 count. People have seen this. There's 6 count Sinawali, Heaven 6, various names. But in a basic version, it's alternating because I'm changing sides, alternates left side and right side, and my sticks are alternating in the air. That's why I call it the alternating 8. So everybody's done this if you've done Filipino martial arts. It's the 1, 2, 3, then the other way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now, my Panantukan conversion is 1, 2, and instead of hitting on the same line, I'm going to hit back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So see, it's a lot like this one, but it cycles back and forth instead of always coming back. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then I hit again. 1, 2, 3. So that's the benefit of this one. It's a quick back and forth. Bam. You know, I'm hit, 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 bam, 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 bam. Okay, and hopefully I'll be able to show you on the striking pads in a second. Pads. All right, so the first one was just a regular downward figure 8, right? So I've got it going, bam, 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 bam. So if he's holding the pads, I'm hit, hit, hit. Boom, see it. Hit this one, and it's automatically coming back. Boom. That's the whole idea of cycling. Hit him and hit him again. Boom. If they were even closer, it'd be boom, and this one. That idea of hit, 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 and coming upward works the same way, where if he's here and I'm doing uppercuts, so it's hit, 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 boom, boom, boom. So again, the idea here is you were here and I did an uppercut and you just naturally move back out of the way. Or just, you know, you won't have time to step, you're just going to shift. And when you do, bam, right? Bam, it still hits you. Bam, it still hits you. No matter how far you lean back, I can step forward and do that faster than somebody can lean back. So that's the figure 8s. Then we've got the second one was the chasing 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's here. I hit, and back to this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Then I have to switch it and come from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how fast. We said the advantage of this one was that punch that comes from behind. You see how fast that can be? Pow, 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 pow. That's that sneaky boom and hit. Okay? And then the third one was alternating eights, where we got hit, hit, and then a backhand again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it cycles side to side. 1, 1, 2, 3. You just start mixing these together. So you've got this free flowing, and it's just constant motion. And then if you put the pads down, we said this kind of feeds directly into some of the hoop bud drills. So if he's throwing angle number 1, and I've done this hoop bud drill, right, where he parries, he comes around and hits, well, that parry motion is exactly the same as this. So I could do it this way. He throws, and look, bam, bam. That's just my sequence. My initial defense, bam, bam. My initial defense, boom, boom, which is the same as punch, punch. Just make it a parry, 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 and then slam that, and slam that. Boom, boom, pop, pop. Or if he was punching more straight, and I was doing the number 5 where I'm here, the same thing. I could have done boom, boom, and then pow, boom. So, pop, pop, boom, pop. So I get that initial deflection, I punish that arm and slam him. And that's that same sequence. Now we could come up with all kinds of stuff, like maybe he swung wide. He swung wide, so I did this one, right? Well, look what that leads to. Bam, 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 bam. You just start just chaining these things together. You've got all kinds of punching combinations that's based on that stick flow, and that looks kind of like boxing, but it's really not boxing punches. Panantukan punches that are coming right out of that double stick motions. So if you work on those spinning drills, get good at them with the stick, then put the sticks down, you'll start to feel the flow when you're hitting the pads or a heavy bag or anything.